Okay, the second gear set to come out is on this shaft. It's two pieces. There's 3 gears on it. We'll come back and mark that for, it looks like there's a blue dot. There is a mark on there, and that's the outside. None of that grease should be on there. I greased that stuff up when I assembled it last time. So here's the final and third gear. Now a lot of these shafts are shafts going into shafts. So you watch for keys. So far, the only key I need to trace down is on that center shaft, and that's the gear we just took the bottom one off, didn't we? Okay, so here's the keyway, that center gear, which goes right here. We just pulled So there we are so far. So that empties this cabinet here. And like I said, right here is your reverse gear. And that is, well, if that's the part that gets hit, where's the part that runs into it? It must be on this plate. Yes, and this is the contact plate. That is what strikes. And it probably wouldn't hurt to have that build up a little bit as well. Now this gear, the shaft for this gear slips onto another gear inside the headstock, and it is keyed. So I'm reluctant to pull that out right now. Although it is going to have to come out if the headstock is going to come off. There's no need for any of this grease in here. I just did that. I thought it would quiet things down. But there's oil lines, and it's not going to affect the headstock because it's a completely separate compartment. But I think when I reassemble it this time, I won't be putting any grease in there on those gears. The exception may be this bearing. And it is a let's see if we can clean that off and get a picture of that. Yeah, it's just marked on one side. Washer on the back goes in the back, and it has a step on it, and it goes to the back. Okay, I guess you weren't expecting that. I wasn't either. The problem is I kept running into these gears when I walked through here, and they were getting in my way. One thing that's kind of troubling is this just spun off the first time, and this time it's like it's been cross-threaded. I can't get that to unscrew, which this should come off. this is not unscrewing through there. It's been chowdered up a lot. I mean, I wasn't the first guy here with a punch driving that thing, as you can see. Okay, like I said, there's the culprit gear for reverse. And here is its mating striking surface. Okay. So just a quick impromptu video preparing to pull the headstock. I took these doors to the car wash, sprayed them down, degreased them, sprayed them down with paint remover, and got them on their way to being stripped anyway. This is the back door for the motor. And all you greasy motor people, I ran this thing for a couple weeks without the grease plugs in place. And on the one with the bottom discharge, on the one on the, looking at the label on the right side of the motor, the non-spindle side, it did fart out a good tablespoon of grease. So if there was any excess grease there, it's gone. Okay, I guess that's the end of this one.